Jacksonville, we have a problem. Our babies are dying at an alarming rate in their own homes.
It's tragic, and in most situations, it's avoidable.
That's why we need your attention.
It definitely increased my anxiety when we got home.
The reason? Sharing beds. Something as simple as sleeping in the same bed as your infant.
The child ends up getting kind of smothered in between either the parties or some of the bedding, the elaborate pillows.
We need your time and attention. Please just stop what you're doing and watch this. It could save a life.
That first year of life, we want to be putting all these cautions in place.
I'm Vanessa, and this is Micah, and he's 3 months old.
I'm Mackenzie, and this is Stevie, and she is 7 months old.
What's the best part about being a mother?
I guess when they look at you and just smile at you, it's just an instant love that you feel, and it's just this gratifying. It's really hard to put into words, but knowing that you brought a life into the world and now you're responsible for it.
It's honestly very eye-opening, and it's a wild thing, and it's beautiful. I love watching her grow and be curious and learn new things every day.
For these new moms, caring for their bundles of joy is both exciting and exhausting. With new challenges every day, keeping their babies safe is a top priority.
Where were you getting your advice from parents, the internet?
I would say a combination. So, of course, my parents are a little bit older, so some of the things that they thought were safe were actually outdated, like giving water and sleeping on the back versus sleeping on the stomach. Of course, Google is like, it's great, but it gives you the worst case scenario out of everything.
Where did I learn about safe sleep? To be honest, social media, TikTok. There's a lot of information on there.
There are many resources out there, but having the right ones could make the difference between life and death. Facts can be downright scary. Duval County had 25 infant deaths in 2021, 23 deaths in 2022, and 16 in 2023. This is higher than every other county in the state. The majority of those baby fatalities involve sharing beds, leading to accidental suffocation.
I'm Lieutenant Adam Blinn with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office Homicide Unit. It's absolutely heartbreaking because people who have kids love their children and would do anything for their children, and to suffer that kind of loss it's unimaginable.
Some of the top risk factors: sharing the bed with someone who is impaired by drugs and alcohol, with a smoker, on a soft surface like a waterbed, air mattresses, or a couch, with soft pillows, blankets, or excess clothes and toys, and with siblings or pets. Is there a certain family that is more at risk than another family?
Not that I have seen. I've responded to both as a sergeant and as a lieutenant. It affects everybody. It affects every economic class. It affects every side of the city.
To make sure that your child is protected, remember the ABCs of Safe Z's from Northeast Florida Healthy Start Coalition. To be safe, a child must sleep alone, sleep on their back, and sleep in a crib. A team of experts reviews every child death case in Northeast Florida. Jessica Winberry with Safe Kids Northeast Florida and Wolfson Children's Hospital is the chair. JSO Homicide Sergeant Mark Lessard is on the panel. Let's turn our attention over here to the bed, because you said a lot of these deaths, unfortunately, are on the bed. To me, it looks okay. A little messy, but okay. What's the problem here?
And this is what you would typically, what we come in there and see. However, for me and you, it's a different story. We're two full-size adults. When you have potentially one, if not more than one adult in there, including also other children. We also are interviewing the parents, like, who else shares this bed? And sometimes they're saying, they have other siblings, there's pets involved, so it's right now it looks empty, but at a normal night's sleep, it can get very full. And sometimes that's where we learn that the child ends up getting kind of smothered in between either the parties or some of the bedding, elaborate pillows, which just leads to a lot of complications for us.
A lot of times parents think they're doing the right thing. They're tired, they pull baby in.
Sure.
We see things like the boppy pillow, which is not designed for sleeping baby, but we see a lot of people propping their babies up in those. Regardless of how many people we have, a baby should never be in the same sleep surface as anybody else. And a baby shouldn't be sleeping on an adult bed for lots of reasons. They always need to go in either a pack and play, a crib, or the right size bassinet.
As a homicide investigator, you know, we get exposed to a lot of horrible events. However, dealing with child deaths is definitely, I would say, top of the list. No one ever wants to go to these cases. As a parent myself, you know, I understand it because I've been up in the middle of the night doing, you know, tending to small kids, and I understand the stress and pressures of it. It's not easy. This is more or less, we're just trying to help give support to some of these new parents and lead them through what is a challenging time.
I have children myself. I'm thankful none of these things happened to me because at that time I had small children. I didn't know all these things and I felt like I was very well prepared. Oftentimes we have a lot of families that are learning from different generations, and we want to remember that guidelines change very often. The American Academy of Pediatrics comes out with new recommendations pretty frequently, and that's not just so that they can come out with something new. It's because we're researching. Every one of these deaths we research, and we start to have a better understanding of why is it happening and what can we do to help educate families. So when these tragedies happen, it's so unfortunate because a lot of times these are good families that feel like they're doing the best thing for their child, and something like this happens because they just don't know that having the boppy pillow or positioning the baby in the boppy pillow or not putting them back here was not the best thing for their child.
Remember to keep your baby safe with these tips from the Northeast Florida Healthy Start Coalition. Place your baby on his or her back for every nap and at night. Keep your baby alone in a crib, bassinet, or pack and play near where you sleep at night. Use a firm mattress with a fitted sheet. Dress your baby in a wearable blanket or a onesie for every sleep. Keep in mind, there should be no blankets, pillows, crib bumpers, or toys in a baby's sleep space.
Everything is always changing constantly, so stay educated.
And lean into your village of people around you. It's an exhausting time period. It's a blur, the newborn phase is. And I think definitely just having someone come over for you to take a nap is crucial in those days of not being able to sleep through the night.
Don't be afraid to ask for help. It is okay. It doesn't make you a bad mom. I know mom guilt is real, but if you need help, seek it.
Together, we can make a difference. We can save lives and protect our children. To get more resources or to talk to someone, visit these links or call these numbers.